Good evening, Carol and John Shoppers. I didn't get counted in. Come on, man. I'm here with John Shear, Kyle, Andrea. We are here for Tuesday night. Quick update. Sorry we're late. We had a really busy weekend. We had a fantastic sale. Dave Michelinie was the most joyous hobbit of a human being I've ever met. I said it all weekend. I'm going to keep saying it. He was really great to drive around. He was great with everybody who came in. He made good puns. What more can you ask for? Got through the whole line a couple of times. So it was great. It was awesome. It was a great weekend. We're going to give you a quick view of the wall. It is decimated, which is good. We're ready and primed to buy some back issue collections. So if you know of anybody looking to get rid of some stacks of books, Wednesdays and Saturdays specifically are great times to bring them in. If not, just give us a call. If those days don't work, just give us a call and we'll accommodate you. Right?
Yeah.
Cool. We've got a brand spanking big old new table, especially the Marvel side. But we got some first appearances to go through first. I think I forgot all of them. What was it? It was a weird name in Avengers. Can you remember? Ashen something Citadel? There's a new group of enemies appearing in Avengers number 3. It's on page 1. So Avengers number 3, first appearance. Hulk number 2 is the first appearance of the Big Deep, Brother Deep.
Oh, Brother Deep. Yeah.
And Sister Sadie.
And
there's a lot.
It's the Ashen Combine.
Thank you. Batman Braving the Bold. This one's easy. Mr.
Mr. Baseball.
Mr. Baseball. Oh my God, I was about to say Mr. Batman. It's falling. Oh, wrong pile. There we go. I didn't
Choose
remember
the
this
killer.
one. Yeah, new slasher, new
Yes.
villain, and Angel Breaker. Man, I'm not on it tonight. But I remember this one. Our favorite first appearance of the week, probably the decade. Batman Beyond Neo Gothic is the first appearance of Kyle the Catboi. Spelled B-O-I. Pretty funny, right? Right? Kyle?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, real life.
Now I can laugh.
I couldn't look at him with the... I couldn't the whole time. I'm like staring right there. Kyle the Catboi with an O-I. It's your favorite, right?
My favorite.
He's still wearing the ears. Okay, new comics. We have fun. New comics. First of all, bring your attention on the table to weird stuff. We do buy collections all the time, even weird stuff, so we want to check it out. That's all $1. We've got a new Overstreet price guide from last week that's got a Frank Frazetta cover and a Avengers cover. Then we've got a really cool new Junji Ito collection of short stories. Those are always a hit. And the cover does not disappoint in creepiness. And a new previews. So you'll notice a little changes in the previews catalog. Some companies have switched around. If you are a slave to previews like we are, ask us how to find complete solicits. We've got a couple websites, a couple suggestions. Otherwise, this will give you the titles.
Yes.
And as always, we put Marvel and DC previews in there. And if you're buying a Marvel and DC book this week, we'll grab you the free previews that we have to hand out while we have them. So those are accurate. We'll get you covered. Filling a gap at the bottom of the table under Marvel, you got Frank Frazetta's Mothman number 2, one of our favorite new horror miniseries, and we got 3 different covers for that one. You got the video game 8-bit cover, which I now have as a background on my phone. JJ Lendl does artwork for us for Christmas, our Christmas art show almost every year, so that's awesome. A couple free comic book days, and we got a 1 in 10 variant there. And now it's all Marvel on this side of the table. Collected editions get us an epic collection in the form of Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man or Spider-Clone. So we got a Gwen Stacy clone running around. Maybe. Read it 30 years ago and find out. Mary Jane and Black Cat, Dark Web. That's the whole miniseries. You've got Daredevil and Elektra. This is the second of that story arc's trade paperback, so that's volume 2. And we got the last trade of Hulk from Donny Cates. So that's number 2 in that series. Number 3 or 4 for Strange Academy?
4. Wishcraft.
It's 4.
Yep.
There she goes. So, but that's the Strange Academy finals. So we got that miniseries in there too. An omnibus from this week is Captain America by Tati Coates. That's the complete omnibuy. And then we got Avengers, the beginning of last week. They did a new reprint with all the first appearances of the Avengers up through number 30. 2 more epic collections gets us an X-Men, The Fate of the Phoenix, which is a pretty popular pre-order as far as epic collections go. And then the first, I think it's 20 issues of Mark Bagley's Thunderbolts, which is a phenomenal read if you've never dove into Thunderbolts. This is one of the first comic series I collected in single issues.
And I was just going to go, say you should buy it. You just did it perfectly.
It's great. It's a great series. 2 reprints from Marvel. You got Star Wars number 35 and Scarlet Witch Annual number 1. Keeping in mind that's going to kick off a mini fall event. All the annuals of, most of the annuals of Marvel books are going to contribute to the Contest of Chaos. And it was a great single read. Scarlet Witch was. Agatha Harkness is young again and causing a ruckus.
It's true. That's what she does.
Avengers number 3. Like I said, you got those villains' first appearances. They were. Yeah, that's awful. I'm sorry, it's a bad name. It's a bad name,
Combine.
but
Ashen Combine.
Ashen Combine.
Just
It
took me
sounds
a
like
second.
a farm tractor, like a brand that doesn't work. I don't know. But Jed McKay's killing it with Avengers, so there's that. Then we've got a 1 in 25 variant and the corner box variant from Mark Brooks. On the non-superhero side of things, you got Star Wars Darth Vader, Black, White, and Red number 4. If you're into the Black, White, and Red stuff, I do have to say, A, great stories in this one. B, they just announced Marvel Zombies Black, White, and Blood. You didn't read that? You didn't see the previews? I'm so jazzed. The first one's Hulk Wolverine.
Oh, I can't wait.
I know, I can't wait.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so 4 issues for that. Probably a Treasury edition. Can't wait. So Vader's been killing it too. All the Black, White, and Red stuff's been awesome. Then we got a $30 1 in 25 variant by Kevin Eastman. Enough said. And cover B. Remember this one? Oh, we talked about it.
We did.
Yeah,
that's
we got too much to go through. Star Wars The Mandalorian's on issue number 2 of season 2.
Yep.
Right? So many parts and seasons for that, I can't. And then Predator is on issue 5 of the current run. That's your cover B variant, but we didn't have any cover A's at the table. Invincible Iron Man on number 8. We're getting close to an X-Men connection in Iron Man, which is going to be a lot of fun. We've got a George Perez 1 in 100 variant, the all art covers. We got a 1 in 25 variant. We've got the regular George Perez cover price variant, the Hall of Armor variant, and then we're on to Excellent, which is the last in this current miniseries. So it's 5 of 5. And then a big old row if you're a symbiote fan. This is kind of closing out the summer of symbiotes. Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat this week. Kind of closing out the summer of the symbiotes with a cool bang. Like on the cover, you're bringing back a fan favorite symbiote. It's Toxin. You can tell. I actually looked this up. You can tell by the green tongue. That's Toxin's trademark.
Signature.
Because you get his spots and stuff change all the time. But green tongue, that's Toxin. So then we've got the Ken Lashley symbiote variant,
Yep.
right? The Insignia variant. The George Perez inexplicably Dr. Doom variant. But still awesome.
I mean, we know it's coming up in issue 24.
Oh, man. I forgot.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. You got to read it and find out. The Homage variants, it's like Secret Wars 8. We got the Stegman Other Symbiote variant. If you don't like it, don't look. It's a spoiler variant. Enough said. And then the Philip Tan connecting cover with a sun tanning symbiote family. Because the family that tans together stays together. It's so
I see what you do with the tan.
I looked that up when I was like, who's this artist and why is this variant kind of weird? And it was Philip Tan. I was like, is Tan doing a tan variant on purpose?
Maybe.
Well, the other connecting one for Carnage was just like scantily clad, not sunbathing.
So who knows?
They should just put him all on the beach. And he's just standing there. Like, that's his mom. Why is he just standing there? We got too much to go through. No time for jokes. Spider-Man India's on number 2.
Always time for jokes.
And then we've got a Duale
Duale.
Variant for that one, which is a great view of the lizard. Silk's on number 3 of 5 for this current miniseries. Hopping through the multiverse, so Pirates.
We said it.
Woo. Yeah, woo. And then the Marvel Icon variant for number 3. Ultimate Invasion number 2 is out this week. We could talk the whole time about it.
It's so good.
It's amazing. And we reordered a lot of number 1, which I'm really stoked we did. I thought I was going to need to know a lot about the Ultimate Universe, which I don't. Because it just went out the other side a couple of years ago. And you don't. It's an amazing, like, villain introspective.
Yes.
Right?
It is. I thought Hickman was going to drop the ball on this because it's Hickman, and he did very little, like, fantastic, like, Ultimate Universe, but he's knocking it out of the park in the best way possible.
in like I thought he was going to get too into it and like lose us.
And he was
absolutely not. It was probably the most entertaining thing I read this week.
Yeah, it's great.
So yeah, Ultimate Invasion number 2. No variants because we love that book. So, She-Hulk number 15. Your favorite cover, right?
Yep.
And the end of the ongoing.
The end of the ongoing.
Yep. Marvel Icons variant for that last issue too.
But
How
she is coming back.
She is
With
coming
the
back.
same- with the
Sensational.
same writer, so-
Sensational. Yep.
she arguably coming back better because she's gaining an adjective.
Yes.
That's how Marvel math works. Hallows Eve is on number 5 of 5.
Yes.
But there's a Halloween special, so surprise, surprise, we're going to keep that list around. End of a story arc with Wolverine number 35. Looks like it's the end of the story arc for Beast, too.
An execution.
See, this is why you can't hang out and do cat stuff all day. We need you. And then a 1 in 25 variant for that. Hellcat number 5. Also the end of the miniseries. We got a couple extras of those. Thanks, Diamond. Oh, we're getting to it. Here we go. Amazing Spider-Man number 30 is the end of the current Doc Ock versus story arc.
Yes.
But more importantly, it's a home of the ugliest variant of the week.
Ugliest variant of my career, really. I hate it.
Can't talk about cats like that in front of me anymore. Okay?
I just don't understand it. You can ask me to show you a picture because it's still saved on the computer. There's just a lot of ugly cats. They don't make any sense. I don't understand why the big one's looking at me like I have food or it could eat because it's just a drawing. I just don't like it. Anyway,
It's the Vosburg
Claim
variant.
this variant so we can stop looking at it.
love it. And Ben will stop talking about it. So Mike Vosburg did that ugly cover. Sorry, dude. And then you got, dude, what if he shows up here?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Say about my cat.
He's commenting. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit. Mike Vosburg is typing vigorously. And a 1 in 25 variant. Too much cat stuff this week. Cult of Carnage Miseries on number 3. And then we've got also on number 3, Daredevil and Echo with a Ghost Rider cover. We're about to have a whole row of Ghost Rider. And a cover B for that one. I don't remember if that was a spoiler or not.
It's not.
Continuing with Ghost Rider, number 16. The cover is amazing. The story is a 3-part intertwined story between Robbie Reyes, Danny Ketch, and Johnny Blaze. It's a great setup for what's to come. That is all I'll say. They're gearing up to a crossover with Wolverine, so have at it. We got cover B for that one. They're next to it. Cool chains. Actually skipped the cover. What do you know? More Ghost Rider. Danny Ketch Ghost Rider miniseries is on number 3 of 5. And then we've got Cosmic Ghost Rider on number 5. And I just made this a whole Ben row, so I put Deadpool number 9 there too. That's the beginning of a new story arc. Storm miniseries is on number 3, so that'll be your cover A. Cover B. Oh, it's Lashley.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, hey, look at that. And the Hellfire Gala variant, one of the few that made it onto the table. Avengers Beyond is on number 5 of 5.
Of 5.
Cool. Greg Land's current miniseries wrapping up. I Am Iron Man's on number 5.
Of 5.
Of 5. Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that was 6. Okay, of 5. And then a Marvel Facsimile edition, which looks brand new, but you can tell by all the Marvel Now. Marvel Now .1 kicked off Marvel Now back in the day.
And it is the first appearance of Kamala Khan, which we might talk about here in a second
Yes.
as to why they're reprinting it.
Hulk, one of our favorite new Marvel ongoing series by Philip Kennedy Johnson, who I'm name dropping because he's going to be here in a month signing, which is great because we've never had him in the store before. And the Hulk series is so good. So we've got number 1s, we've got number 2s. Number 2 did not disappoint, guys. Like Hulk's shaping up to be great. There's number 2 on the table. It's easy to give away the fun of this issue, so I'm not going to say too much.
it is.
I can't remember. Cover B?
Yes.
Cover B for Hulk, and then you got your Hellfire Gala variant and a 1 in 25 cover, which makes so much more sense after reading issue 2. Almost my favorite read of the week, honestly. Before I read Ultimate Invasion, this I'll cover it right here just for fun. What If Dark is doing a bunch of one-shots over the next couple weeks, and we got the Spider-Gwen one. The title is a little misleading to where I thought I was going to groan and think, oh, Gwen Stacy's going to be spider-powered. Woo. It is not like that. It reprints the first 3 pages of the Death of Gwen, or the first 3 pages are reprints of the Death of Gwen Stacy, so you see what happened. And then the rest of the story is a very realistic, very choice take on what could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right?
It's near perfect in every way.
And the man has reread the issue 3 times this year. You know, like
it is if you like that story, like one of my favorite stories is What If Gwen Stacy Had Not Died? Tony Isabella wrote it. It's one of the most perfect what if issues there are. This is a wonderful companion piece to that.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know
It
that
is
it would
fantastic.
that it would fit with that.
Yes.
Go for it, buddy. Big top of the table.
So big top of the table.
I'm sorry. We're gushing. This is your cover A. We only have one left. Hopefully we'll get more. And then cover B by Rose Besh. So you can't really go wrong. She's kind of up and coming. Great artist.
Yeah.
So sorry.
X-Men Hellfire Gala #1, $8.99. It is a massive, massive book. This is the book. If you've been reading X-Men, you need to read it like immediately. If you haven't been reading X-Men, you're like, I've been bored with X-Men. I need to keep reading. I want to find a good jumping on point. This is it. Spot on, no doubt about it. I've been far behind. I read this thing. I couldn't put it down. It's fantastic. Deaths, resurrections, everything. Like, bad stuff goes on in here in the best way possible. I love it. It is great and perfect in nearly every way.
I haven't even been able to understand the logistics of X-Men death, resurrections, and let alone like story arcs and where stuff fits together. I gave up. I did. But this is an accessible issue. Like, knowing the basics is enough.
Yes.
And then the end is like a kicker, like right in the pants. It's a good end and beginning of an era of X-Men.
And what's really cool too is there's a nice little Kingpin moment in there too. It's great. It's just a moment, but it's wonderful. So you got your regular cover, you get J. Scott Campbell variant, you got your spoiler variant. For everybody who doesn't know, here's your spoiler. You got your Icons variant. It's Lorna and Havoc. It's your Perez variant. This is your Stormbreakers variant with Dazzler, and it's awesome. So, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff to choose from cover-wise. But if you're waffling on X books, pick this up. It's great. Then we move on to DC. Night Terrorist Detective, Jim Gordon's story, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all Jim
man.
Gordon.
Yeah.
It's creepy. It's touching and dark and creepy.
Trust Andrea
Look
on this
look
one.
at this. Look at eyeballs in the bat ears.
There's like
So you have like
the
creeping
bat
around in the
gun,
background.
and now you have bat your eyeballs.
Yeah.
bat ear eyeballs
This
and
is
bat boy
the
gun
best
face.
Night Terrors of this week.
Oh, okay.
Bold statement.
Yep.
We got a lot to go too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's your regular cover, and then your cover B variant, and then your 1 in 25 variant there. And a 1 in 50 variant.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Is that a skeletal with the utility belt?
Oh yes.
I gotta look at these.
And he's got bones in the wings.
I gotta look at these
Yeah,
variants
'cause
before I
bats
do
have
the
that.
video.
Yeah. Night Terror's Angel Breaker, again, more is this Angel Breaker's first appearance?
No.
Okay, what is her, do we know?
It was like it was a canary book.
Okay. Oh, it was the Black Canary one?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so Angel Breaker gets her own Night Terrors, and so more creepiness because it's Night Terrors.
All of Night Terrors has been creepy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sandman comes back in #2. We have the neon variant for that. You find out all about Wesley Dodds and stuff like that.
And we got restocked on the neon variant of #1.
So
Just in case anybody wants both.
yes. So that's your neon variant. This is your 1 in 50 variant and your 1 in 25 homage variant, which is awesome. Harley Quinn has Night Terrors. We've got the Jenny Frisson variant, I'm pretty sure, and then moves on
This
to
one, since you were talking about Silk, is a multiversal like pirate. Harley Quinn has that too.
Oh, really?
All right.
What's going on with
Show
that?
them the pixelated differences on the cover, Kyle.
Yeah, so you got like the top and the bottom with this awesome rip in the middle. You can get this clear Frisson in the middle, but it's like almost like a Doom face, kind of like 64 pixelated.
Yeah.
Batman Audio Adventures on #7. Batman Brave and the Bold #3. No Tom King story in this one, but you do get more continuation of the Superman story, which is glorious in and of itself. But there's your regular cover. You've got your 1 in 25
Why
variant,
did they even put Joker on the cover?
just because they want to sell it.
I wouldn't talk crap about it if it wasn't just one on the
I mean-
table, but I'm pretty peeved.
But there's Chris Cantwell's story too, so
Yeah, I know.
I mean, come on, it's
And
Chris
first
Cantwell.
baseball
Mr. Baseball.
Mr. Baseball. So yeah.
I'd rather have a Tom King.
Well, yeah.
Shears in luck. He's gotten like 3 baseball first appearance characters.
Even if I did like love hate last week, so
Yeah.
yeah. So you got your regular, you got your 125 variant. Action Comics, you guys are great at pre-ordering, so we sold out of the regulars. We're getting more of those back in. Here's your 1 in 25 Power Girl variant. Batman Beyond Neo Gothic is on number 1. That's your first Kyle the Catboi.
Hey.
So
Kyle will sign it for you.
If you want.
look, is that the Catboy?
What? Is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta get this. It's his first cover appearance. Oh my god. He looks rad. He's kind of like Blade as a cat.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Essentially.
Fights vampires. I'm gonna read this.
So we got Night Terror's Titans. We've got the 1 in 25 variant for that there. If you want the regular cover, let us know. We've also got a 1 in 50 variant for that. DC Ruby's on number 6 of 7, I think. And then the Poison Ivy Uncovered. A lot of her cover, a lot of the covers. So just, you got your David Nakayama, you got your Artgerm. But as you'll notice, there is prose in here. She talks a little bit and gives a little story as it goes on.
Oh, nice.
Pretty cool. So yeah. So a lot of spiffy stuff in there for $5.99, and then you got your variant cover on that one there, cover B. And then Superman Last Days of Lex Luthor. This is your best, shall we say it?
I'll do it. This is the best Black Label Superman book since Superman Year One.
So yeah, Mark Waid is fully diving into the history of Luthor, and Superman is in like the golden age of that, where at some point Lex has a experiment and loses his hair, but he's dying, and he asks Superman for help, and Superman, being Superman, can't say no.
It's classic. He's evil villain, purple and green, Lex Luthor, and a giant stupid spider. Superman saves the day, and then Lex is like live casting the request for him to save his life because he has an incurable disease. So Superman literally can't say no. So he's pigeonholed into this. They go to like Kandor. They go to the Phantom Zone, which caused a little debate with us. But it's a classic Superman like story, and they write like so well.
They do.
I don't love Brian Hitch's artwork, and you can tell him I said so. But
he's done 2 solid books this week because that Ultimate
I
Invasion
know
was good too.
so I can't
yeah.
talk. I can't talk too much. But it was a good start.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
So we got your regular cover here. We've got your 1 in 25 variant there by Yannick Paquette, and you've got your 1 in 50 variant there. And then collections, Batman the Knight by Chip Zdarsky, retelling of Batman's origin in the best way possible. $40. It's great. You should read it if you haven't.
If you're reading Zdarsky's Batman now and you didn't read that, you are selling yourself short.
Yes, it's great. Batman Gotham Knights Golden City is out in hardcover for $24.99.
With the codes? Yeah, it does have the in-game codes in there, all 6.
There you go. And then Icon and Rocket Season 1, Volume 1 is there. The DC Book of Pride was from last week, wasn't it? Yes.
We ran out of it really quick.
So we've got more back in. And then on to Small Press, because we've got Cold Iron from Dark Horse. And
It's an original graphic novel about a folk singer and how she kind of gets caught up in the myth. I can't remember which myth, but like she gets caught up in
Looks like
this bloody mess of a myth, and it's like a combo of music and mythology. Yeah, like you said, bloody mythology.
there we go.
There's like goat dudes and stuff in it. I flipped through it.
So yeah.
This is our third conversation involving goat dudes.
It is.
Berserker Poetry of Madness is Keanu Reeves and Steve Scrossi doing his character Berserker as a standalone story where he goes to save Atlantis or fights
Like
in
their
Atlantis.
like their protector.
Yeah.
Atlantis.
I'm trying to figure out how to describe this book, and Kyle looks at me and goes, "Don't even worry about the Atlantis stuff. It's like full-on bloody battlefield BS." And I'm like, "Sweet."
Yup.
That's it.
You can't show you anything, but
can't
it's
show
so brutal. It's so
Oh,
hardcore.
he's like, just tell him he's wearing Dracula's armor and screwing everybody up.
Yup.
Like, I'm like, all right.
All right, so there we go.
That is what
So
happens.
there's your cover A. There's your spiffy, shiny foil variant. And then your 1 in 25 variant right there.
Awesome.
Which is almost Mignola like.
Yeah.
Midnight.
Alice Never After is on issue 1, so the next one after Never After Ever After. I just keep messing it up each time. But Cheshire Cat's messing stuff up, and Alice has got to fix it. Chekhovy, number 1 from Scout. I have no idea what's going on in this.
It is a Slavic ex-criminal and villain trying to adjust to life after giving up the life of crime, essentially. Yep.
Looks hardcore. Blade Runner 2039 is on number 5. You got Rick and Morty ongoing right now on number 7. And then a big number 1 from AWA, first in a miniseries by Garth Ennis. It's a fantastically written almost a cop series with a horrific ending. Like, I'm not going to say this is going to be completely supernatural horror because there's like a vigilante element to it, but the cop stuff is super well written and it eases you in. It's a great first issue miniseries. A little bit of serial killer, a little bit of vigilante. Ribbon Queen. There's number 1, cover A. There's would be your cover B, and then we've got a 1 in 15 variant. Below that, I have my dose of disappointment for all of you this week. Actually, we have our dose of disappointment
Collectively.
$39.99. Probably the best $40 you could have spent in the store in the last 2 years.
And it was 10% off all weekend. What were you guys doing?
And I literally opened mine up after the video last week and read the whole thing while I was still here before I went home.
It's a beautiful
Shame on all of you.
It's a beautiful experience of a book. We want to help you. Help us help you.
Yes.
Read Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. It's not for a faint of heart.
Yeah.
Okay. Door by Door, Night by Night, the whole miniseries was really entertaining for us horror-wise too.
On.
Oh, this is the beginning. This is the first volume. Okay. Really entertaining beginning of a series with a good horror angle, like just kind of more fun take on
I
it.
like this book.
Then we've got TMNT Usagi Yojimbo number 5.
Of 5.
Last one. And Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures, the second series of that's on number 3, and we've got a 1 in 10 variant for you on the table. Below that, probably our first or second, depending on how we're feeling that day, favorite miniseries of last year. 8 Billion Genies was 8 issues about every single person on the planet getting a genie. And realistically, maybe imaginarily, what we would do with that genie with one wish. It's phenomenal. It's got all the covers in it. It's got a little couple extras. It's a beautiful, beautiful hardcover. You cannot beat. That's probably the best.
It's the other $40 that you could spend.
Don't mess it up this time.
We're watching you. The whole Radiant Pink miniseries from Image, and then we've got a few single issues, and we'll let you go. World Tree is on number 4. If you're reading it, you know. If you're not,
Then we'll get more second prints, third prints, fourth prints.
we'll keep stocking this book because
Yeah.
this is one of our faves too, and we still don't really know what's going on.
True.
This is your cover A, that more purpley one. We'll call this cover B, and we've got a 1 in 25 variant available, which I have not deconstructed yet.
Yeah.
Then we've got Spawn Scorched on number 20. You got Newburn coming back, number 9.
Hey, we like people.
Nightclub, last in the miniseries, on number 6.
Yep.
Bone Orchard Tenement on number 2. I really enjoyed number 1. I gotta grab this number 2 and read it. Click Click Boom's becoming a staff favorite for some really imaginative storytelling, great visual effects. Also don't really know where this is going. But that's number 2. I implore you to pick up number 1 of that one if you're looking for something odd to read. Speaking of coming back, Firepower number 25. Robert Kirkman has been killing it with Void Rivals recently, and the return of that Energon universe. So thanks to him, we still have good comics.
Yes.
At least in part. And he brought back one of his faves, Firepower. Good place to start.
Yeah.
One new number 1 from Image this week, Per Evil. It's a mixed bag. You've got a lot of relationship stuff in here between mom and daughter. You've got a couple guys with a relationship
Again,
going on.
son.
Yeah, there's some animosity, and then there's some evil cats mixed in too. It's Mirka Andolfo, so if you dig her stuff, you'll probably get a little more out of it than we did.
What was interesting was there was a very real feel to it for the very first, like all the way up until the last 2 pages, and then it goes like, oh no, there's magic and mystery going on. And I was like, I would prefer the more very real stuff going on.
Didn't stick
So,
the
yeah.
landing. Okay. Some new all ages stuff this week. You got My Little Pony Camp Big Hoof number 1. We got a one shot from Godzilla Monsters and Protectors. That's their summer special, Summer Smash. Captain Underpants has a new original story. We got Stars in Their Eyes, the young adult graphic novel, and we got Way of the House Husband, with the Gangster's Guide to Housekeeping, which is a legitimate guide to housekeeping. Tips of the trade, you got grocery shopping, picking your melon, finances.
I need to pick this
securing your home, which a gangster would probably know a lot about. And we won't take up too much more of your time. We've got a bunch of new Marvel Legends from last week.
All priced this time now.
All priced. Yeah, well, they were priced last time. You got, I don't know. I wasn't here. I was in the with the price. But really quickly, I just want to say thank you. We had a really great response this weekend, I'll mention, but all of us individually, if not one time, multiple times, had interactions with people who we haven't seen a lot. Maybe they're around just for a sale or an event, who mentioned how much they like watching our videos on Facebook. They're sorry they couldn't be in the store more, but they really enjoy our content here, and it really warms us that you guys check out our YouTube channel and you check us out here, and we love doing this at night, even though we have cats to get home to. Right, Kyle?
That's right.
But thank you. Truly, even if you're watching this in 2 years, we appreciate you. So have a good evening, and we'll see you guys for your comics tomorrow.